Okay, so since I don't have a butcher shop set up yet, what I do is I put Walmart bags down, and then I use this hook from my ceiling, and I'll go ahead and zip tie the rabbit to that. So basically all I do is take one leg, get a zip tie going, then I'll zip tie the rabbit to this hook. And now I'll take the other leg and do the same process. Zip tie him right to that hook so I can work with it. And now I gotta grab my step stool. So basically what I do is I use a razor blade. I don't have a butcher knife. And I just go ahead and grab a little bit of the leg skin, cut it open just like that. And now I'll go ahead and sit this down and start working on the hide. And then basically you just continue over to the other side and do the same thing. Pinch a little bit of the skin, make an incision, and then you pull it apart. Now for those of you that do this professionally, I am nowhere near a professional. You know, I'm just doing what I've seen on YouTube videos and working the way I've been taught from the videos. And you all can find your own methods, your own ways of doing it. I found this to be the easiest for me. The only hard part is with the rabbit being so high up, you know, I'm not used to being this tall. I'm short. So eventually when I build me a butchering shed, it will work in my favor. Alright, so now that I got the fur or the pelt off the rabbit, I'm going to go ahead and you cut where these joints are for the arms. And you just go right through where that joint is. And then you just do a little quick crack like that, and boom, the arm's off. Same thing, we're going to go over here to this joint, pull the fur back, and start working our way through that joint. And then you're going to do one quick pop. I didn't cut through yet. And your other arm's off. Then same thing with the head. You're going to go behind the skull. You're going to make an incision. And you're going to take it all the way around that vertebrae. So just like that, the head, the pelt, everything comes off. Now you can go ahead and use the pelts, but what I do is I allow the coyotes and animals to eat the leftovers of my kills, and that keeps them from coming in the pen because they're fed outside. And then with the tail, you just go in through that vertebrae. And cut the tail off. So there's your rabbit tail. Same thing with the up here. You're going to cut out the joints for the upper legs. But before I go and do that, I'm going to go ahead and gut the rabbit. So what I do is I pinch this and I make an incision a little bit on the sternum, because you don't want to pop nothing. And then once you have that open, you stick 2 fingers and you have this white line going down the front of the rabbit. And you just slowly, carefully separate the guts from the skin, and you just go right down that white line. And then you go up the line. Alright. Now that I have that cut open, you're going to reach in here, you're going to grab everything, and you're going to pull straight down and out of the rabbit. And you just work your way down till you get to the hearts, the lungs, the livers, and you just keep pulling everything out, and it all comes out all together. So that's one big feast for the coyotes, the bobcats, the lynx. They don't have to worry about killing something. They get it already killed. And in return, they leave my animals alone inside the pen. They don't come over the fence. They've learned that eating outside the fence, they won't get shot. Because as long as they're staying outside and not killing my animals, I'm not going to kill them. And by doing this, you know, they're fed maybe a couple times a month or so. And it keeps everybody happy. The food cycle in order. It keeps the predators away. So once you get down here to the bottom, there's going to be a skin membrane. And you're just going to tear that and pull that out. And that's going to get you down to the lungs. You just take that membrane out. And then that brings you to the lungs, the esophagus, and the heart. So that's all that right there. And you just go ahead, take your fingers in there and get it all cleaned out real well. Take out whatever you can, because customers don't like seeing all the guts and all that. And then I go ahead and I tear all the fat out. So that way you don't have big clumps of fat inside. Any veins and things like that you want to clear out, just so it's down to meat. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my gloves off, and I'll be right back when we get to the counter. Live happy, live free. That's the only way to be.